Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the prices of bourbon releases from the heritage brands. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cool, Evan Nieters, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
What's happening?
Is he not in there?
No,
he didn't make
I think I left him off. Yeah.
All right, I'll come back for the next show.
I did the best I could do.
No.
If it's not on one, it won't be on any. So, yeah.
Oh, no, it's on others, Steve.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
I don't know
it's
how
on
that
all the
happened.
others except for that one.
He doesn't make the first show.
I'm not allowed to participate.
No,
right
just
now.
be quiet, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than you do have to do small talk. Yeah.
This just proves my point that McNew is no different than Ron Burgundy. She'll read whatever's on the top.
for years now.
I was waiting for this one. I was waiting all week when I saw
You know
this,
what?
Steve.
Just wait for the next show then. So.
Oh, yeah. The problem with this show is it's the first show.
Notes yesterday.
That's when I wrote them. I asked Tim. First person I asked to be on was Tim, and he's like, "Fine, I guess I'll save the day and be the guy who swoops in and works it for someone." And I'm like, I just literally started this. So then I sent it to Joe, and he's like, "I can do it. I'm gonna need the notes." I'm like, "Shit, I haven't even thought of this stuff yet. We're just going right now." I'm busy. I famously.
He doesn't.
Yeah, you guys should have been at the shop today. I had a good meltdown because someone accused me of not being busy, and then I just melted down. So on a foolproof Friday. So yeah, That's happens.
Good. That's
It was a great old man rant.
Not there.
The group loved it. So me getting angry, people love for some reason. So yeah, it wasn't directed towards anyone. It was just me. MFing my life, I guess, is what I was doing. So, yeah, it was fine. I do feel like, based on the start of this show, this is the first show. By the 5th show with this group, we're going to be in trouble. We'll see.
Oh, it's already a shit show.
Yeah, it's already
drinking all day. Drinking and driving all day long.
Oh, Jesus, you don't say something like that.
You don't say that when we're recording, KK.
No. I drove, then I drank, and then I rode, and then I ate.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
Both happened in the same.
It's getting worse and worse.
Okay.
Right, it is. It's not helping. She's not helping herself. So, all right. Joe, you said to help us out here. You said there's something you want to talk about. What is that?
Have you ever been to an event in your life and you've gone with friends, and then you years later want to talk about it and nobody remembers going with you? They don't even remember going.
Okay, I think Kathy might have one of those. So.
I probably do, but I don't remember.
That's true.
That's the one that doesn't do the remembering.
I feel like I'm more. Yeah, I feel like I'm more on the other end. I feel like I don't remember things that have happened that other people say have happened.
Yeah, Joe, I'm just at the stage where it's not even alcohol induced. I just don't remember shit. So
no, yeah,
it's like fuck. I don't even know.
It's just out the window. Don't remember. don't know.
Does it have to be an important event, or is it just like a
anything that you do with friends and they don't remember it, or family, and they look at you like you're
for
crazy?
most of our podcasts when we get together, she's like, "Oh, these shows are always new to her when she hears them."
At least 4 and 5, sometimes 3.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I forgot I said that.
No, I wasn't on that show. Yes, you are. Yeah.
You were the prime
Yeah.
suspect in that one.
Yeah.
That's why I have to listen.
Well,
What about you, McNew?
I'm the one that does all the remembering. I remember
Are
all the
you?
little details and all that crap because I'm usually the one coordinating everything, making sure the peanut gallery over here saying bullshit. So the generals over here don't listen to this saying, I'm going to call you a liar. But no, I would like to strongly disagree with the peanut gallery. I do remember and do all that stuff. They don't remember all the things that I do for them. Yeah.
Right. What a caring
I'm
man.
like Chevy Chase.
I remind people of things, and they're like, I don't remember that. I'm like, yeah, come on, don't you remember? We were there, and we did this, and this happened. They're like, no, I don't know.
Kathy, you were literally in our place of business last week, and you bought a bottle, and you were wondering how, when you got home, you were wondering,
why is this in my box? Why do
Right.
I have a box with 3 bottles in it?
All right, when I only bought 2, we're like, no, you bought 3.
Why is my electricity turned off?
I bought a bottle with that money.
Yeah. Why do I now have to live in a hotel? Apparently, you're in a hotel, so yeah. Interesting.
Why do I have to move in with the Robinsons?
Yeah.
You know what? I think they'd take me.
They adopted you. No.
I
Yeah.
think they would in a minute. They're the best people ever.
McNew, this has had to happen to you a bunch, I would assume.
So I'm kind of with Evan where I know that I went to an event, but at some point I don't remember the things that happened during the night, but I'll see photos and people will be like, yeah, you were having a great time. And I'm like, good. Drunk me was, sober me was not there. Different people. And then there'll be a photo and I'm like, I was certainly there. But I don't remember a damn thing.
Really? Do you, like when you famously podcasted and got so lit you tore down your shower curtain in the bathroom, did you know you tore down the shower curtain, or were you legitimately as surprised as when you
that was a day I did know that I very
you
much
just denied everything. You just tried to blame it on the animals. Yeah.
Blamed it on the cat.
Right.
that day.
Like cats climb so many shower curtains, so it happens every day. Every day.
Water, man. They're just going to get in that shower.
But no, so 2 weekends ago when I was at the barrel shop, I fucked up my elbow, and the next day, we got home. We went to the botanical gardens. I remember the botanical gardens. They were beautiful. They were great. I remember the drive home.
Cumberland meet botanical.
You have to derive there.
And then I get home and my whole elbow's fucked up, and I'm like, what did I do to my elbow? I don't remember like a block of that day that I was.
Oh my god!
Talking to people and doing things, which is terrifying.
You and I had a very long conversation.
She doesn't remember that.
I was physically there for it.
Does not remember that at all. So no. Joe, you asked the question. How about you?
It's happened to me a lot, but the most recent one, I have a friend I was talking to and talking about a Count Basie concert we went to see when the last concert he ever played before he died. And he just looked at me with a blank face like, I never went to see Count Basie. And I'm going, you were sitting next to me, you were with your ex-wife, you saw the show, and I related a whole bunch of things we did, and he's like, nope, I don't think I was there. So I start to question myself.
Are you sure he was there?
Well, the key here, Joe, is people can block out trauma, and you said ex-wife, so he just might have chose to block out those memories.
Maybe. You got a point there.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Just blocking out memories. So
blocking out those memories.
There you go.
When was the last Count Basie concert? Like, when was that?
1984.
In the 30s.
Can someone tell me who that?
Yeah, he died about a month later.
A month later.
And it stuck with me because I went up to stand in front of the stage to listen to the music, and I had my eyes closed when I opened them. He had come over in his wheelchair, and he was just staring at me. And when I looked up at him, he put his hand out, gave me a high five, and went back to playing the piano. I went back, told my friend all about that, and he doesn't remember any of it.
You know what? I think
Totally
you dreamed
blanked out.
that. That sounds like a dream.
There's too much of it that I remember to be a dream.
I don't know.
I've even looked it up on the internet to see if he played at the Roseland Ballroom that year, and he did. because I was so determined to find out whether I did dream it or not.
It's like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah,
Count
it is.
Basie died in 1951.
But Joe saw him in 1984.
Yeah.
Maybe I went back to 51.
Huh. Interesting. All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. First time we've talked about Count Basie on this show. Right there. That was
Is first. We just need Paul Revere and the Rangers next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Or Raiders.
Raiders.
Or Raiders. Them
It's time
too.
to drink. And the Rangers. It was late in his career. He was doing that. All right. It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with McNew because we don't talk enough about McNew. She gets so associated with the show and just starts rolling her eyes and checking her text. And
Look,
oh my God.
not true.
Yeah, it's totally true.
I found larceny today for $26. Do you know how excited I was? I have not found it for $26 in 5 years. Like today was a win. So I have some larceny.
Okay, very good cork
Nice.
pop too. That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Well
Could be
played.
enough. Could be enough. We'll let Joe go next.
I have a bottle of Michter's Toasted Barrel bourbon.
Okay. No, nothing there. Nothing.
All base.
Yep. I've got Chico Creek from our friends at Golden Beaver.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. I was throwing
That
off
was
my
set
game
up to
by
be
the
a big
talk.
pop.
The squeak.
Yeah.
I thought
that
it was
gonna be-
big. There was a nice setup, and you left me wanting.
I know. McNew's got the lead. It seemed pretty solid. All right, Kathy, you're next.
I'm going to open up my Kentucky Owl
Okay.
Takumi edition.
Okay. Okay, that's good. This was very good, but not good enough. Not enough to take the lead. All right, Tim, you're next.
I'm going to go with a Kentucky Owl 11-year rye.
Okay. Is this
So let's give this one a try. Swide on the set. Basie.
that was
Not
good.
bad for Tim. Not bad for you.
Yeah, that was good.
I'll take it.
Second place, I would say. Unfortunately,
I
McNew
would
has
agree.
the lead. Evan, you're next. Last but not least.
All right. I got a Knob Creek single barrel.
No, all I heard was desk. Nothing but
All
desk.
desk.
It was all desk right there. Oh, ridiculous.
I can't believe it. The cork pop was actually decent too.
Oh, that's what he
a
says.
bummer.
That's what they all say.
Don't slam
Cheers.
it down on the desk. Cheers.
Whatever. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Not one. I'm in a long time.
Whatever he says. He's angry. Should only be angry at himself, but he's lashing out at those who are just trying to run a fair game. So, all right, we'll do next. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the limited edition prices. It's that time of the year; they're all coming out now. And what do we think of the pricing? It's a little different than in years past. We'll talk about that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. We're also sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop focuses exclusively on barrel picks. It's the job of owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot to seek out distilleries that are making the best whiskey in the world, taste through their barrels, and select the ones that are off-profile in the best way possible. They have high standards and refuse to allow anything into their store other than something they would be proud to have their name on. This leads to some really awkward conversations with distilleries that can't make it, but they do it for you, their customers. Learn more about what is going on at their St. Louis-based store by heading over to abvbarrelshop.com. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Mudcat Mike from MB Rollin Distillery. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about limited edition prices.
Yes, we are. So gone are the days, $79.99 birthday bourbon, $99.99 little books. It's all, everything I think is a minimum of $139 up to $189, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. Most of them are over $150 these days. So I don't know. What do we think about that? Is that fair?
Little Book's MSRP is $125.
What is that?
Little Book, the MSRP is $125.
$125. So it used to be $99. So that's.
And you can still get Yellowstone's limited for $100.
Okay, that one's kind of in that vein, but definitely not as. That's when you can kind of get to. I mean, I get one of those, but
so where's the cutoff on limited editions? I mean, what?
It's their limited edition, but it's also easier to find. Like a Four Roses, I would say, is a limited edition. The BTAC collection is a limited edition. Pappy's, those are limited edition. Those prices have stayed the same. But when you're talking about all the other things that have been coming out, I mean, Parker's Heritage, what's that now? $189, I think.
$189.
Yeah,
$189. Yeah.
Yeah, so Four Roses this year is coming in at $199.
$199 for Four Roses.
Bourbon.
That's
bourbon.
$150 MSRP.
Yeah, $150. Yeah, that was.
You're in New York, you don't find anything at retail. Everything is $400 for a Pappy 10. And you don't even see stuff like the Four Roses limited edition for less than $600.
$600. Yeah. No.
I loved it on the internet the other day when someone posted, "When do I get my rejection email from Four Roses?"
That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Well.
But then you have the barrel trolls coming in after that. I got a bottle for you. Wait, let me.
Of course,
back
yes.
I have a couple extra on my shelf.
On the shelf, yeah.
They always have on their shelf is where they got them at.
I'm staring right at it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a Facebook horrible thing.
No.
You can't even post
They're
anything
more
anymore.
frequent now than ever.
Yeah.
But no, well, I think that's part of it. Hey, let's be honest. The secondary market's scalping up how much of that price over that MSRP. Price is inching up without being, a whistle pig is the example I usually use in this one for Boss Hog.
Yeah.
That limited release, they're $500 MSRP because they're trying to scalp that secondary market and bring that revenue into if that people are going to pay it and it flies off the shelves, then why aren't we taking it? So I think there's an inch up in prices on that because people are able to do it. But you heard me prior on this one. I think these times are over. Good time to get it now while you can. But I think you're going to see stable prices now. I doubt you're going to find all this stuff flying off the shelves, and it wouldn't be surprised if you see some of the stuff sitting there. And those liquor stores trying to jack that price up, it's going to start coming down at some point in time here soon.
Yeah,
they're not going to pay for that anymore.
They don't care. They'll leave it for a year. Eventually, some crazy person comes in and buys it.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at the brands, right? Because like with Tim, like the secondary market's doing it. Why are they not taking that money for themselves? I get it, but it's made it kind of not fun. Well, I'm like, I don't want to spend more than $150 on a bottle. I really don't want to spend that much on a single bottle. If it's special and I think it's worth it, absolutely. But I don't want to. I kind of think like it's taking the fun out of what bourbon used to be, just maybe like 3 to 5 years ago.
Right.
I'm with you, McNew.
This was the last limited edition I got to William the Ruweller for $85.
There you go. That's
that's
a fair price.
White Buffalo.
And you felt like
the one I could
85.
never get.
Great day, $85. It's under 100. Absolutely, all day, every day. But now,
I asked if they had more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, and I always that's the one Tim brought up. Whistle Pig is the classic example. They took the secondary out. How has it worked out for Whistle Pig? I don't know. To me, it was one of the most exciting brands. There was a lot of enthusiasm about them. Does anybody talk about Whistle Pig anymore?
No.
I
Not
don't think
not
in a
as much.
positive way. I always hear it like in a joking meme, like
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily been great for them. I think they're still trying to recover from their own pricing. I mean, Kentucky Owl's the other one that they took out the secondary, and Tim popped open a bottle of that. How's it worked out for Kentucky Owl? Also, they came out
if
and
you're the family.
Yeah.
Well, if you're the family, it worked out great because I don't care.
Right.
Now, if you saw the press release today, they were recording. They brought in a new blender. She's been like 45 years in the business with Diageo and all various across the portfolio. They just brought her in as a new blender.
for
They're
Kentucky
going to
Owl.
do something for Kentucky Owl. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've been trying to find their footing.
Well, they've been trying to fill that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, with Whistle Pig, like if you open up the 18-year rye, you open the 15-year, you start looking at the farm side. People still buy it. They don't talk about it, but they don't necessarily shit on the product. I think the product was like, God, it's better than I remember for some reason like that. When I try it, I'm like, yeah, I forgot how good that was.
Yeah,
but I'm not running around looking for it anymore.
I think Kentucky Owl, though, has the benefit of being Kentucky and having this weird little cult. They're one of those brands that have a cult. And I don't see people in like a Whistle Pig cult. Maybe they do in Vermont or wherever they are, but I'm not seeing it like Kentucky, Indiana, like bourbon-centric states. There's not like a Whistle Pig cult. There is a Kentucky Owl cult, so they kind of get away with it a little more, I think.
Yeah, but if we're talking about like birthday bourbon and the Maker's Mark cellar at 150, that's reasonable.
Is it?
No, I'm not happy about the Maker's Mark. Like, I love Maker's Mark, and I will happily pay like under $70 for a lot of Maker's Mark products. But at one if Maker's has like one recipe that they just switched the staves for, I'm like, $150 for Maker's is kind of a reach for me, and I'm a fan.
Yeah,
right.
I wish it would have been $99. That would have been a perfect price point, I feel like, for that.
I don't think I would have been mad at $99 either. I'm like, what's $50? But I get ya.
Well, those private selects are getting up there. On some of those releases on those private selects are up over 100 for the single barrel pigs that these folks are doing. Well, I've seen them at private select at 129, and I'm like, what are you doing?
What is going on there?
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, what's the Heritage brand's got to be careful with. They're raising the prices, but something like birthday bourbon, $150 this year. Is it $200 next year? And let's be honest, it's a 97 proof offering. We've all started going up in our proof. We're all the true fans, not the people who are in it just to chase the stuff that are there now because it's as hot as can be. And you know what? Guess what happens when things start to go a little south, when people start getting tired of it, those people are all gone. You know who they need then? They need us, the people that are on this call here. They need that's going to be their core base that then will carry them from that point forward. Not all the fanboys and fangirls who are willing to pay $300 if they came out tomorrow and said birthday bourbon's $300 and they pay it because they think it's going to be worth $5,000. That's not going to support them. I'm sorry. It's not going to be $300 Blanton's forever. If we think it is, we're crazy. It's a 93 proof $300 bourbon. No.
I'm with you. I was at a store up here just walking around, and he's like, "Yeah, so what are you looking for? What are you looking for?" I said, "I'm just looking at the shelves, looking for stuff that I haven't seen on the shelves here before. You got anything new?" He's like, "Well, I've got this Buffalo Trace over here," and I'm like, "Okay, all right." I said, "I thank you very much." I turned around, I just walked out. I'm like, "You're like, well, what'd I say?" And I said, "Are you kidding me, man? Did you not listen to me what I said?" I said, no. Now, if it was Blanton's, I'm with Steinkamp. I'm buying it all. I don't care what the price is.
Sure. $300, it doesn't matter. $500
doesn't matter. No,
I was in the store the other day and picked up 3 Elmer T. Lees for $40 a piece.
Oh my God! Wait,
really?
Money hole.
That's good.
And everything else they had in that store was like triple retail. They just didn't know what that was, I guess. So I bought them.
Yeah.
And then I went to another store the next day, and they had the same whiskey for $250 a bottle.
Right.
$40. It's a great whiskey for $40.
$40. Yeah. That's where it should be.
Get
actually
back on that saddle again. You try that bottle again. You're like, God, that's damn good whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
But at 40, you forget about because I stay away from all of it. And then when I had a friend of mine had a bottle here, have you had this? I haven't had it in like 15 years. Whatever it's been a ridiculous amount of time. I'll try it. What the heck? Oh man, that's a great bottle.
Right.
What'd you pay for it? $250. I have a hookup. Do you want one? No, thank you. I'm good.
No, give me that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
you can take your hookup and shove it. That's fine.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think Heritage Brands, it's tough. They're in a tough spot for sure. They've got this rare opportunity where people are just in this frenzy over buying their stuff. You got to take advantage of it while it's there. I get that, but they also need to figure out a way to not alienate those people who got you where you're at and are going to be there for you when all that hype has gone away. So I don't know. I don't know what the answers are. But there's people smarter than me out there. So somebody's got to figure it out.
There's where your marketing people will figure it out.
Yeah.
There's your elasticity of demand. They're going to hit it. They're going to get shit for it and watch them either hold it or drop it.
Mhm.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So
But it's
this
going to
is-
be a couple years
We
before
just
that
got to
happens.
ride it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that, McNew. I cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. So I was going to say, this is the big bourbon, right? These major brands are just a victim of like corporate America, like any other industry is, where it's some guy sitting in an office who doesn't know the audience, doesn't know the day to day, who says somebody's going to buy that for $300. It's $300. But he doesn't know the fans. He doesn't know the day to day bullshit. But like the distiller might, but they're not going to listen to him. Just make the whiskey and shut up. Like it's one of those things where he'd say, no, let's sell this for $75 or $99. The guy in the office says, no, we can give $300. Let's do that. Like,
Right.
it's bullshit. Like any other decision anybody ever makes, and you just go with it because you like your paycheck. So,
Yeah.
Right.
You know there's somebody on that team that's saying, okay, let's go find out what the highest price is. Let's find out what the lowest price is out there in the market on all the social, everything where you can find it. Reach out to these people who say they have it and don't. Let's figure out where it is, and then we're going to find someplace in the middle. You know there's somebody on staff researching all that shit.
Yeah.
so, but
Yeah. So crazy. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up this topic as we talk about where people can find us. Evan, we're starting with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Evan Neaters.
Kathy,
Look me up on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
Tim,
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
Joe,
I'm also on Instagram at bourbon_aficionado.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. That's the one you got to check out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, back from when I wasn't an angry old man, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, ABV Barrel Shop. We can be found online over at abvbarrelshop.com. If you're in St. Louis, make sure you stop by and see us. We had some folks come in from Florida today. Really nice people. And a guy had seen my movies and stuff like that. It's cool hanging out with the fans. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
So long.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some of the great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro is owned and operated by Russell Creed, who makes stills for the hobby distiller. He offers a one-stop shop for everything the at-home distiller needs. Whether it's a small, experimental stovetop still or something bigger you run outside, he has the still or parts you would have difficulty fabricating yourself if you were trying to build a DIY still project. Additionally, he has resources to assist in creating unique distilled spirits, including heirloom grains, barrels for aging, and recipes. Check out Russell's company online at moonshinestillpro.com. Finally, I have a question for you. Have you ever boxed a bear? Of course not. That'd be silly. Bears really don't follow the rules, so shots in the back of the head, punches to the nuts, and scrums after the bell would be the norm. A better idea would be to enjoy Boxing Bear Whiskey, a brand crafted by Nobleton's Distilling House in Union, Missouri, and sold exclusively at the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. This is a popular offering that sells out quickly, but when you are in town, stop by the ABV Barrel Shop and see if they have it in stock. Better yet, sign up for their email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com and you'll know exactly when it is in stock. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.